Hi, I'm Mark Kelson. I am the Program Coordinator for Sound Production and Live Production at RMIT University. We previously had a Toft ATB console. We had that for quite a few years and it was just end of life, let's say. And the main purpose of that console was to, teach the art of analog signal flow. It's a completely analog console, no fluff, no extra bits and bobs. The students struggle sometimes to understand it doesn't even have a USB port on it. We had an opportunity to upgrade to something a little bit more expensive. We already had an SSL AWS. We were sort of fishing around and the Origin came on our radar. It's the right footprint for this smaller space. This is one of our smaller studios and also fits that purpose of teaching analog signal flow. But I think in potentially a more modern and contemporary way. The inline workflow on this, I think, is a little bit different than, say, our Neve console. We had students who actively needed a console when our Toft was no longer active. The redesign process was not a complete change to what we previously had. A fresh coat of paint, removal of the desk that was in here, fashioning some new racks, redesigning how we were going to place our rack gear. Obviously, the room itself is not the ideal shape and size necessarily for a control room. We managed to get it up and functional in a timely fashion, also thanks to the help of Factory Sound, who delivered the console with one of my former students. Fundamentally at its core, this console is still an analog console, no motorized faders and whatnot. The modular aspect of the console, I think, makes it possible to integrate it into a DAW a lot more. It came with a blank space, however we're able to insert the UF8, which I think is one of the premier control surfaces. So this really helps bridge the gap for DAW control. That really gives students hands-on on the computer, sort of have to get a bit old school with the faders. So you will get a signal flow class, you'll get some theory classes on the console, but at some point, this is the one console that we let the students use autonomously. The students took to it really well and had no problem really getting themselves down the channel and recording audio with some basic guidance in signal flow. This console has been a really good introduction to analog signal flow, and this console fits that perfectly. We'd really love to take a moment to thank Factory Sound and SSL. It was hand delivered by the lovely folks at Factory Sound, who we've had a long time relationship with. We're communicating your pro audio needs with Factory Sound, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out.